Guys, back at you with some more pandemic pump work today. The backyard bodybuilding. Okay, so just like in life, we're not in the gym, so we're adapting, right? And we adapt to the current situation, and we're doing what we can. Okay, so I don't have a back squat material. I don't have barbells, a squat rack. I can't do my heavy deadlifts. I can't leg press right now, but I can do other things to continue my progress and muscle growth, burning calories, getting stronger, right? And just being healthy, okay? So we're adapting to life, we're adapting to the exercises we can and can't do, and we will overcome. That's all we can do, right? So what I did today for my modified leg day was I've got a 50-pound kettlebell, okay? So that's not a whole lot of weight for me, but what I was doing was tempo, so real slow down and real slow up, right? I did about 15 of those. I was gassed. It sucked. Another variation would be slow down, halfway up, all the way back down, all the way back up, and that would be 1 rep. And I'll tell you, it kind of sucks, right? If you don't have a kettlebell, another variation of this would be to use a thick band. You're gonna get a wide stance like you would squat. You pull it up, cross it over, pull it up real high, and keep that band up as high as you can. Squat, and then shoot up. Squat, shoot up, right? See, I'm trying to punch myself in the chin, right? Don't let go of the band and actually punch yourself in the chin. That creates further tension towards the top. It's a good exercise. You can see I'm already out of breath. Okay, so that was my big movement. From there, I'll move to another bigger movement, and that is a Bulgarian split squat. By the way, if you don't have the bands with the kettlebells, you can do that tempo work or the half rep, full rep just with body weight, especially if you're new to exercise. Not a big deal, okay? So Bulgarian split squat is where you hold weight, and some people call it rear foot elevated split squat, right? And I like to hold this in the opposing arm for core stability, added core stability. You can see that I have some basic stability issues right now because I'm tired. But here we go. I'm leaning slightly forward and coming all the way up, right? Bracing in the midsection. A lot of people don't know this, but if I step in closer and lean forward even further, it's very quad dominant. And if I hop out further and lean back just a little bit, but not all the way, it's very butt dominant, very glute dominant. What I did there was 15 for 4 sets, and then I drop setted the 4th set, meaning that on that 4th set I completed the 15, real big burn, really tired, and then I dropped the weight and then continued without the weight for as many reps as I could. Massive burnout. Okay, now we also got to consider the posterior chain, the hamstrings and the glutes. Now all that is glute dominant as well, but in those movements, the hamstrings pretty much stabilize and they don't flex as much. So what I did there was a modified Romanian deadlift or straight leg deadlift, which is basically what I did. I stepped on the bands here, got a decent amount of tension, put my wrists in here, looped around and created a bar to grab onto, right? One more time, looped around, created a bar to grab onto, and now I'm starting with just my wrists just below the knees, right? I'm gonna come up and squeeze the butt and then slow down, right? From the side, you'll see I've got a slight knee bend. I'm sticking my butt back. The cue here is if you were holding groceries and needed to close your car door, what would you do? You might kick the door, but you'd also do something like this. Boom, right? Boom, right? There's a reason my wife calls me Bubble Buck. Okay, so I'm starting down here, nice neutral spine, up, squeeze, and then slow down, okay? That's your modified Romanian deadlift. I did a lot of those. I did 5 sets of 20. Got a real big burn back here, okay? Another great glute hamstring exercise is your glute bridge. So I did these with weight. You don't have to. You can if you want. But what you do, I'm using the chair here. We're putting the tops of my shoulders and my traps on the chair. Okay, you can hold the kettlebell here and keep your feet flat. all the way up, and then look down at the kettlebell or between your knees, okay? What this does is a lot of times people, they'll look back and then they create this excessive arch here, not recruiting the glutes, right? What we want is a posterior pelvic tilt. Boom, okay? So if I tell you to look between your knees, you're gonna look down and arch your hips a little bit better, right? So boom, and squeeze at the top, hold, okay? Funny exercise, but it works great. A couple more advanced exercises here. Pistol squats. So ideally, I'm outside, but ideally, if you have balance issues, you would stand in a doorway, just in the doorway, and then grab the outside of it so you don't fall backwards. Watch, I fall backwards doing it now. I'm gonna hold on with my left hand and squat with my right leg. I'm gonna kick out. Here we go, boom. All right, it's a little more advanced. And then one more exercise here is sissy squats. And those have a funny name. It's an old school bodybuilding movement that you actually don't see very much anymore. And it's kind of counterintuitive to your average squat advice. The thing is that if you do this without weight, don't do this with weight, you should be perfectly fine, okay? So from the front, I'm gonna hold on to something. So if I was in the doorway, I would actually hold on to the door frame this way, all right? The pistol squats are this way so I don't fall backwards. This time it's this way so I don't fall forwards. All right, I'm gonna elevate, I'm gonna come up on my toes as high as I can, and then drive my knees forward and come back up, right? From the side, you'll see that I'm trying to maintain a straight line from the back of my knee all the way up to the back of my head, okay? So up real high, and drive my knees forward, and all the way back up. Massive burn. I was able to get 15 to 20 of those for 4 sets today. You'll see in the email above, hopefully if you've read it, but you should. Don't skip the email because there's plenty of good information in there, and go straight to the video, okay? Sets, reps, rest periods are all in there. And like I said, I don't know you, I don't know your abilities, so this is just help, right? If you can't do the prescribed amount of reps, do what you can with good form, right? Good form first. Do not compromise form for the sake of knocking out a few extra reps. That's how you fuck yourself up, okay? All right, guys, I hope this helps. And like I said, we're not in the gym, we can't do our regular things, so we're adapting. Some of us can't work. Some of us can't go outside. Some of us can't do the things that we normally do. What do? We overcome and adapt, right? There's a lot of people coming together that aren't normally together. These things that people are really concerned about in day-to-day life, these divisions that people have been creating, they're forgetting about them and getting back to what's more important, right? And that is connection, right? With your circle of people, your friends, your family, your neighbors, whatever it is. There's always been divisions amongst people. Life has always been a conflict, but you have to remember what matters most. You have to remember who your people are. And now is the time